Hello everyone, welcome back. We have just defeated the king of the what are they called? Scolds or something? Ah. There you go, upstairs. So yeah, if we're going up, I'm guessing we're about to leave this place. As you step over the circle of candles, you hear a rattling clunk from the wall nearby. A door slides open with a grinding grasp of stone. Oh. The candles flicker gently as you approach. There is a gap above the altar lined with broken glass where the mirror may once have been set into the wall. The candles are still burning. Not bad for a dead god. Snuff a candle. What's this all for? Redemption. They got this whole right for when you come of age. They take you by the hand and you descend through the temple with your eyes covered, and that's supposed to be like a wicked life. They don't tell you where you're going. I was sweating like crazy when I did mine. They take you to that reflecting pool back there, and you're allowed to look at it so you can face your sins. Then you come out into this room, and they uncover your eyes again, and everyone's there to greet you. All your friends and family. And it's like you've been redeemed. You light your candle, and it burns... Wait. You light your candle, and it burns with the others. Never had a feeling better than that my whole life. Eder's eyes linger on the candles, as he seems for a moment to be a younger man. The candles are still burning. I don't think I'm going to snuff a candle with him there. That's pretty cool, though. We got that bit of backstory. Well, it's nice to see those candles still burning. I figured they'd have gone out by now. Oh, wait. Wrong way. Hello.
Greetings.
Wharton smiles nervously as you approach. I think I've sorted out the worst of it. Arm's hurting a little less. He hesitates. You were down there a while. Did you find anything? Something you're nervous about? No, of course not. Just never good to linger around these places, that's all. Wharton gives you a searching look. Did you find anything? You lied to me. What? I was clear about everything. The risk involved? Is that what you mean? I did say there'd be spiders, and I'll pay you, of course, for the trouble. You're very nervous for an honest man. Something weighing on your conscience, maybe? Wharton opens his mouth to protest, but something in your expression stops him. He swallows nervously and looks away. His voice, when he speaks, is small. How did you... That place is full of shadows, spirits of those you've killed. That's not... I didn't kill them. Right up until the end, You don't understand. I tried to help them, I did. Every day, every single day I went to that temple and I warned them. I told them that they were playing with fire and that Redrick wouldn't be patient forever. And every time they'd shrug it off like I didn't know what I was talking about. Like it was costing me, or like it wasn't costing me, coming in to try and help them. I could have been arrested right alongside them. So you killed them because they wouldn't listen? No, of course not. I don't know. I think on it all the time, wondering. I told the commander the priest had left town and he ordered the temple sealed. I remember that moment. It was like a dream, like I went away for a time. I watched them start bringing the place down, burn the tapestries, the books. It was like between one blink and the next, it was over. Too late to say anything. Eder's eyes are wide, disbelieving. Too late to say anything? You had days to tell someone. I'd have dug them out with my own hands if I'd known. They were some of the last decent folk left in this hole. Now all we got left is people like you. Yeah, I don't think my character would appreciate someone to do that. You worthless bastard. You abandoned them to save your own skin. I told you the way of it. I told you what happened. Guess it's your turn now to make a decision. I'm not gonna kill him. I'm gonna let him live with his pain. That's a cowardly way to deal with that situation. Again, I wouldn't kill him. Yeah, I'll take my money. You're a coward, Wharton, but that's no crime. Give me my money and get out of my way. Or my face. Or way. Both of those things. Wharton stammers, bewildered. He grasps at his belt in a panic and finally pulls a fat coin purse out for you to take. The moment it is in your hands, he takes off, scrambling to get away. Get out of here. Oh, I didn't even see that before. A rising sun and the 3 dawn stars.
Hey.
I hope that old watcher's still there. It's been years since I heard anything about him. Oh, I was hoping you'd have something to say about this. What is it that you want to ask this watcher in Kednua? Was it Kednua? Just some things about the past, about the war. I've been thinking I missed my chance to find out what I wanted to know. That old watcher, though, he opens up some new possibilities. If you're sure. What did you do before this?
Oh, other than the war, I never strayed too far from where you found me. Farming, mostly. I was never much for cities. Never learned a trade. In my younger days, I thought I was going to go preach the word of Aethys. Just in our temple there. My parents encouraged it. I made so much trouble for them growing up. They used to say it'd be best if I got in good with the God of Redemption. Of course, us blowing him up probably didn't help my chances there. But if anybody'd forgive you for blowing him up, it'd be Aethys.
Why did you stay for so long in a town that hated you?
I'm sure my parents are still wondering the same thing. The Aethasian purges were like this madness had come over the town, like a disease. Seems like when you see something like that, your instinct is to wait for it to pass, even when you know it probably won't. The family whose farm I worked on, they had a little Hollowborn girl. And they heard the Animancers had this cure, the Salvation it was called. They went running. This Salvation, they were putting animal souls in children. You might have heard about it. Giving them enough personality to care for themselves. Well, you can guess how that turned out. Matter of time, the children broke down. Became wild things. Monsters. Anyway, these farmers put the family dog's soul in their little girl. For a while, the girl, she's making eye contact, she's feeding herself, albeit in a kind of messy way. Then one day she snaps. They found her gnawing on her brother's bones. Had to chain her up, put her in a cow pen. Well, the mother, she wouldn't have anything to do with the girl after that. But the father, he'd visit every day. Feed her chickens, toss water on her once in a while to get the dirt off. Most of the village, they'd whisper about him. Poor man, they'd say. Sick with grief. He was just waiting for his daughter to look up one day and recognize her papa. He was waiting for her to get better. Didn't understand that at the time, of course, but these days I think about him a lot.
Wow. Wow. That's pretty crazy. Did the people at Gilded Vale really try to kill you?
They did. It was strange timing, because we just won the war. They celebrated when I came home. There was music and dancing. Trumbull used half his grain making this big honey cake. I still dream about that cake. Like having the best lover of your life, but only for one night. And they were all sorry to hear about my brother. It took a while for word of the purges to reach us. Aethasians being murdered in the streets. Cold morn and the like. No way would they let something like that happen in Gilded Vale. That's what they all said. But the weeks went by and the purges spread. Pretty soon they weren't so sure my brother fought for Deerwood. And they weren't so sure I did. Caught me by surprise after all the celebrating. Should have seen it coming after the tailor said he was gonna fit me for some new clothes, but then all he wanted was my neck measurement.
Oh, wow. Really?
Nah, not that last part.
Oh.
But you had to think about it. Says a lot about the place I've been calling home all these years.
You got me, Eder. You got me. Just my parents now. They took a ship back to Eder when the purges started. Wanted me to go with them, but I didn't see things like they did. Been a long time since I've seen them. I really should visit, but for some reason I haven't much felt like leaving home. Good thing they chased me out, or I might have never left.
What's on your mind?
I will ask about Aothas later. Maybe ask
It
about
makes
now.
two of us.
Do you still worship Aothas?
In my way. I don't suppose he expects me to show up at his temple these days. Not much left to do for him other than keep his memory alive and keep hoping that he's just been playing a joke on all of us these past 15 years.
As far as I know, he hasn't said anything to anybody since the God Hammer detonated. Why worship him then? Well, if it turns out he's not dead and I gave up on him, I'd have betrayed my God twice. Even the God of Redemption's gotta have standards. I'd probably be reborn as a fat Almawa's horse. Oh, Almawa, that's one of the races in the world. Yeah. That's not really it, though. Not all of it, anyway. Guess it's more I still believe in the things he believed in. I just hope his death doesn't mean the death of those things as well. Sometimes it looks that way. What made you think that Icewind didn't speak?
Was his actions. Not when he started his rebellion, and not even when he took over Raid Saris.
Raid Saris.
When he sent his armies into Deerwood.
Raid Saris. Really? Raid Saris. Okay. Raid Saris. Up to that point, he was sticking up for his people. That's what Aothas does. At least the Gaon part of him. Those farmers were starving, and their government didn't lift a finger. I figured if it wasn't Aothas himself, at least he had the right idea. But then he sent armies across the border, even crossing himself in the end. Word was he was chasing refugees that escaped the rebellion, wanted to punish them and punish us for allowing them to live here. That just didn't fit for me. Those are the deeds of a vengeful god, Skyen or Wodika maybe. Or just a man who lost his sense. I still have trouble believing it, but there's no one left to ask if it's true. What about the
You
purpose?
sure you don't want to talk about something more pleasant? Like the War of Black Trees or the Legacy or something?
It's eye-opening seeing just how naked you are when you've got no god to protect you. The Saints' War was a hard time to be a Deerwooden. Shit. So I'm having trouble pronouncing these country names. People thought it was the end times. They talked big about how we were going to defeat a god, but I don't think there was a man from here to the White March didn't think he was going to die. It does something to you. Something you're going to die. Thinking you're going to die at someone else's hands. There's a rage that comes. Indignation. Imagine a whole country full of that. Might have been Cold Morn that started it. Town near the border. They let Icewind march right on through. The rest of Deerwood cursed their names till the end of the war. Some say it was the Athosians there that persuaded the town to not oppose the army. Others said it was just cowardice. It was like the Legacy that way. No one knew the real reason, so they just picked whichever one best suited what they wanted to believe. Either way, the town was burning before the first ashes of Aothas hit the ground, and it felt good to the people here to be in control after being so helpless. So the fire spread. A lot of us Athosians went the way of our god. There were claims from the Church of Magraine that she'd actually commanded the purges. I found that hard to believe. Sounded to me like people doing what they wanted, wrapping their god around it like she was a cloak. Then again, that's what I thought about Icewind. Okay.
What's on your mind?
Let's get
As
moving.
you wish. You must gather your...
I will gather my party.
All right, then.
Hello. Road south, the inn, the temple, Ingrid's house, Blackhammer Smithery, windmill, office house. Liking the NPC so far, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna actually create my own.
Hello.
Hello? What is the Black Hound? Oh, this is the damn name of the inn. The actual building's been here for years, but the Black Hound's fairly new. We got a lot of new faces in here too. Fewer than we used to, I'll admit. I used to work the tables actually until the old owner up and left. Nobody's sure what happened to him. Even left his poor hound behind. That's the name, see? The Black Hound? It's still sitting upstairs pining after him, poor old girl. Place ended up in my hands somehow. My very own inn. A lot of hard work involved, but it's been worth it so far. Okay. Nothing for me, thanks. Of course, we're running a little short on goods these days, but we ought to have more soon. Okay. Can most likely get rid of these. Are these both hunting bows? Let's get rid of the hunting bow. That crossbow. Keep the mace. We have crushing, piercing, slashing, and an extra shield. Sell the helmets, why not? Sell a couple torches. This thing. That thing. I don't know if these are going to be used for crafting material. I haven't really even looked into that yet. I don't know if any of this is going to be used for crafting either, so I'm not going to sell it yet. Camping supplies. Let's purchase all 3, which takes away all of that money, basically. Wow, level 2 adventure 500. Okay. We'll trade that. Common room. And let's leave. So there's a house up here. Our mission is to go up to find that other watcher. I'm kind of curious. What else is around town? Opera. A dear wooden woman is standing in front of the fireplace, humming a quiet tune to herself, or perhaps to her unborn child, for she is clearly quite pregnant. She turns her head slightly as you enter.
Good day, stranger.
Well, finally, I was starting to think the woman makes a startled noise once she turns around and sees you. Oh, I'm sorry. I was expecting someone else to walk through the front door of my house uninvited. She didn't say that last part. Can I help you? This seems really odd, that I just walked in like I own this place, and she's like, can I help you? Just thought I'd get to know the locals. Were you with one of the caravans? She looks at you hopefully. Master Odimus, by chance? Oh, no. No, you're her sister. Oh, was it Kalisa? Kalisa? The woman who died at that ritual. Oh, you're her sister. I'm sorry. I was, yes. I'm afraid the rest of the caravan was killed. Did she tell me her name? I think my character can make that connection. This person who's asking about the caravan, and we were told of a sister who was quite pregnant. I'll ask, well, why do you ask? Yep. My sister, Kalaska, that's how I pronounced it, is traveling with one of the caravans. She sent a letter before she came. Said she was going to pay her way by working as a guard for the caravan master. She always was a tough one. I don't suppose you've seen her on the road? Or the caravan, perhaps? It's Master Odima's. Sorry, no, I'll be going now. I'll tell his sister the truth. She was caught in the bivouac. Offer covers her mouth with a hand, eyes wide with horror. For a few moments, she can manage nothing but a strangled voices gasping, her eyes brimming with tears. I knew. I told her it was a dangerous path to take. Kaleska was always so certain she could take on any danger. Oh, my poor sister. I'm sorry, stranger. I can't believe she's gone. If only I hadn't called her here. If I hadn't written to her, she might still be alive somewhere. Ooh. Quit your sniveling. No, he wouldn't treat her sister this way. Kaleska was cool. Mentioned that she thought you needed help. Perhaps I can provide some assistance. Offer looks at you with some surprise before dabbing her nose with a sleeve. That's kind of you to offer, but I don't know if I could impose this on you. It's not a small favor. Offer wipes at her eyes. I'm worried about the baby, about the legacy. I told Kaleska as much as I could, but all I know is that for a long time now, every child born in Gilded Vale has been soulless, empty. It's happened to so many mothers, and Lord Raedric, he's exiled all of them, calling it a sign of the gods' disfavor. With my Hathort gone, I don't know how I'd manage if I lost my home, too. I hoped Kaleska would help me. They say Ragga, the old midwife, knows a way to prevent a child being hollowborn, but she moved south to Enzlog's compass 2 seasons ago. The journey's too far for me. I can't make it as I am, but I don't have anyone else now with Kaleska gone. More tears run down her face. Please, can you help me? Oh, that's cool. If we chose these backgrounds and we were a paladin, because I believe those are both paladins, then we'd have something else. Again, because for Kaleska, she was cool, I'll say I'll find Renga for you. Offer blinks, eyes wide. You will. Oh, you've earned a reputation. Reputations can't be held with communities or factions in the Eastern Reach and will affect how members of that group respond to you. In some cases, friends or enemies of those groups will also react to your affiliations. Helping a group will increase your positive reputation with that group. Harming a group will increase your negative. It is possible to have a mix of positive and negative reputation with a group if you help and harm them in equal measure. Oh, gods bless you. Here, I'll give you the coin to pay her with. You needn't trouble yourself with that. I think it's a shrink she fashions out of... Well, I'm not sure, but it shouldn't be too much of a burden to carry back. Enzlog's compass is what we call the lagoon to the south. You'll have to cross the wilds to get there. That's what keeps me from trying it myself. She claps her hands together. Thank you again, truly. You'll be saving us both. She sets a hand on her stomach, smiling through her tears. Look, my guy may like a fight. It doesn't mean he's heartless. He has that fire inside him. Get it? Because he's like fire. He's on fire.
What is it?
Fire inside. We're not going to steal any of your stuff. This worn, dog-eared book is titled Travels Upon Keld Glassy. There is an etched illustration of a vast, fine Leviathan. Hello, cat.
As you wish.
Do you say anything? No? Okay. I really like this game.
Hey.
In most games, I would just view that as like side quest, like, yeah. Whatever, I'll go find this person for you and get my gold. But in this game, I kind of actually care, which is weird. Well, not weird. I guess it's just, you know, the writing involved in this game, the way they present it, it's good. It makes me actually care about these people. It's not just like, hi, I'm a generic NPC. Can you go get this for me? These people seem to have personalities and everything. Okay, well, who's in here? A commoner. A guard. Hello, guard. Punch in the face. Speak to Master Tuatanu if you want something. An apprentice. Sorry, I have to keep at this. Alright. Uh-oh. As you near, you feel a vibrant history contained in the essence of this man's soul. Voices from its past seem to call out to you. You see a man crouching. Whatever. And alone, a series of untamed shrubs, all that hides him from the vision ahead. His eyes are locked on a Delimgan, beautiful and terrible. Eyes half lidden as she hums. What the heck is a Delimgan? A bird with fantastic blue and orange plumage sits on her shoulder, trilling gently, and the man is entranced. Trembling, tentative, he stands, and the tranquility is broken by the bird's startled squawk. The Delimgan half smiles, beckoning with twig-like fingers. So this is like a dryad with twig-like fingers? She does not speak as he approaches. His mouth is dripping sounds of awe and admiration. She waits, coy and tempting, and with agonizing slowness he is before her. Then, something changes. She sees something hanging limply from his side and begins to hiss. Fingers suddenly claws and eyes black with hate. He has no time to reach for his axe or grimoire as she strikes. And just as soon as she strikes, she is gone. The only evidence of her existence, the shuddering wreck on the ground. He grabs at his grimoire nevertheless and begins to chant, but the words of a magical language of his own imagining, scribbled in a maniacal shorthand, ring hollow, and the silence continues unabated. He turns and shrugs at someone or something, but if there is something there, you do not see it. What? And just as she strikes, she is gone. The only evidence of her existence, the shuddering wreck on the ground. He grabs his grimoire nevertheless and begins to chant. So this person is crazy, because it's a magical language of his own imagining, scribbled in a maniacal shorthand. They ring hollow, and he has something hanging at his side. Was it the grimoire that she saw and hated? So he turns and shrugs at someone or something. Okay. You see a group of adventurers surrounded by a crowd of attacking Zarips. This man is with them, seemingly unconcerned by the battle, even detached from it as he stands in the middle of his comrades, chanting, his expression bordering on elation. His voice is powerful and deep, booming out across the combatants as a rich counterpoint to the chaos of their fighting. With every phrase, the battlefield changes. His allies glow with the pulsing blue light, freezing the Zarips that surround them. A blazing pyre erupts from the ground, cutting and burning the creatures and sending them scattering. One of the fallen Zarips suddenly explodes as three giant grubs crawl from its corpse and attack the remaining enemies. The man continues to chant, thoroughly enthralled in the joy of the moment. Finally, the creatures have been reduced to one. His allies stand back as the man approaches it, still chanting. He removes his hammer and swings it at the Zarp. His phrase ends as the hammer connects with its head, punctuating the spell and bringing his song to an end. He's a chanter. That's pretty cool. What up, buddy? This Amawa man is of an impressive build. Towering above the countertop, his skin is of the dusty blue of a deeper oceans, and his thick arms boast corded muscle. Small ears frame a square-jawed face, coated in smeared soot and arching black tattoos alike. He offers you a broad smile as you approach. Welcome! You're the first new face I've seen in quite some time. What can I do for you? What do you have here? You come to us at a strange time, I'm afraid. Stock's not what it used to be, but we find weapons and armor to offer yet. All forged right here at the Black Hammer. Alright, what do you have? Jenna's Lance. 6,000 copper pieces? Can I give you 500 for it? No? Well, crap. Besides that, we've got a pike. Increased reach. Plus 1.8 weapons reach. So that would be for like the second row of combatants. Damage reduction 8. Well, he's got that magical armor, so no. The pike is somewhat interesting to me because sometimes our buddy can't get on the front lines, but that's just basically all due to positioning. I kind of want to buy it, but camping supplies. Let's buy more of those. Here, we'll give you these books. I'll give you my pig. I'm kidding. I'm not gonna give him the pig. Give you the cape, book. Do you have any other books? I'll keep the scale mail. Nope, I'm not gonna get the pike. Yo, oh, cancel. Wait, what? What happened? It's not... Wait a minute. Can I only have... What the hell? I can only have 4... I thought I only had 3. I guess I have 4 already. My bad. Okay. That makes sense why I couldn't buy it then. The bellows sigh into a furnace and the coals burn brighter still. This does not show up as red. Okay. You know what? No. We're not a thief. Oh, but I can't put it back. Well, we won't steal it in the future. Although it's technically not stealing because it wasn't marked in red, but still, our character, I don't think is going to just start robbing people of stuff they don't even consider to be robbed. Anyway, thanks for watching this episode, everybody. I will see you all in the next one. Take care.